Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. We are Sunday the 24th of August 2025 and I'm reviewing this Warhammer 40k Joytoy World Heaters Angron Demon Primarch of Khorne. Says it contains one 38cm collector's edition action figure, so that's going to be what, 15 inches thereabouts, so massive. Does weigh a bit, came the other day. Not sure how to see the box when it's when the box is this big. Nothing on that side, but the back we will see some pictures of this bad boy. He does look good. Is it better the light off or on? Let's turn it, I think probably on. He does look good. I'd have preferred him to be more generic demon looking, I think, to work more with other lines. Don't like the head, but that's not Joytoy's fault. They're copying the Gangs Workshop sculpt, but he is huge. The only thing looking at, well, the only other thing really that I don't like about it, they've got the stand. The fact that he needs a stand to support his weight is like, no, I like figures that can support themselves. I mean, maybe you can, maybe that's just an extra feature to keep him steady for certain poses, I don't know, but I'm quite looking forward to this. Not sure if I like him or not, we'll see. Okay, I'm going to unbox him and set him up. I'll be back in an instant. Stay tuned. Okay, here he is in all his glory. First impressions, looks absolutely fantastic, but I feel a bit and the reason is, as I said, I just knew he wanted to do it. He can't support his own weight. He just wants to fall over forwards or backwards, basically backwards with the weight of those wings. You could articulate them forwards a little bit, but even then they've done a great job on some of the joints. The ankle joints are not stiff enough to support his own weight, and for me, this is one of the things that I always like figures to do, is to be able to support their own weight. Now, maybe you don't care about that, in which case, absolutely fantastic. But for me, it's like when you buy figures and they can't stand up. It's like, so use the base. Well, I like them to stand up without a base. That's just me. So other than that, he looks great. Articulation, not sure about. Have a look when we get to it, but he's going to be a nightmare to display due to his size, his width and height. And that height was not to the top of his wings, so he's actually bigger than they said in the box. So accessories, you get a pack of 5 things, 3 skulls and a sort of weight and dagger, which I've put the sort of weighted dagger, skull, another weight there, and this one I've put on. You can attach to him so you can customize how he is. He comes with 1, 2, 3, 5 additional hands. So he comes with 2 gripping, and then additionally comes with 2 open. He comes with 2 fists, not 2 fisting. Let's get it right. And he comes with the menacing pointing hand. You, yeah, very, very cool. He comes with an alternate head. Now it's just like a face plate, so it's quite easy. It looks like to put on with the open mouth there. See the little articulated barbell on the back there. And then he comes with the base. The base I'll pick up, and the base has got, I've put all 3 supports in. So you've got the support at the back is for holding him. That's this one here, which is super stiff, which is great. So that can support him. You can close that around his waist. I think get 2 of these all supports, not quite as stiff, just supporting his wings a little bit. And the base is nice. It needs a little bit more dry brushing perhaps, but it looks good. And that's your accessories. And he's got this rather huge, imposing looking figure here. I really want that to be self-supporting on the joints, to the point that I'm not going to say I don't like it, but it's like, I'm more like because of what it could have been in my mind. You know, I'm a bit picky over some things with toys, and that is one of them. But anyway, let's get a close look. Before that, please consider joining the Patreon. There's a link in the top right of your screen now. Get to see all the videos before they're published on YouTube, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws from time to time too. The wings do look particularly good. They take a lot more time on the dry brushing and inking with the wings. Now, before you say he's freestanding now, he's not. His tail's pushed into the back there, and his wings against the back as well. And I have to stand up to try and turn him round, because he's not going to stand up if he's turned around. so difficult. And his tail won't even support because it on a joint is going to give way. So if I've got his wing into the back there, okay, the wing is supported on the left hand side into the side. So look at his back, you see sort of a falling over. Almost fell then. Being held up by a Marvel Legends Bath. Now, credit where it's due, they have taken a lot more time with the paint job on this, as you'd expect, because it's a premium figure in terms not just size, but obviously a cost as well. So, you know, respect to Joytoy for that. I have no idea how I'm going to show articulation on this. First things first is I'm going to turn him round again and take his weapons out of his hands. I'm tempted to take his wings off, but oh, is that his hip popping out? No, his hip was moving, not popping out of joint. Oh, when the skulls fell off. They would have been, I think, better in having his upper body hollow and his legs solid. Ugh! See, now doesn't even want to stand up. And that wing, you know what? Just take that wing off. And having his upper body hollow and his, what did I just say? Forgotten. His there we go. And his legs solid, just so he could be not quite as top heavy. Let's get his legs a bit more even. Taking his wings off for now. There's only one joint in the wings. Now he'll stand up with his tail quite easily there, but he's leaning backwards. In fact, I'll take the back. There's no joint in the wings. It's actually where the wings connect. Just put it out of the way for now. And I'm going to have a little zoom in. The ankle joints is what really is the letdown. Now see there, he's just about supporting his own weight. The tail is not touching. But if I was to add the wings, he would be falling down super quickly. Okay, let's take out the weapons. The hands are nice and pliable, so you don't feel like that they're going to break at any time when you're sort of bending them. Let's take the weapons out. And lovely work on the sword there. So very easy is to bend the fingers, and they snap back into position very nicely till not a snap back, move back into position. Okay, so articulation top to bottom. The wings only have this joint here, which is a forwards, very stiff forwards and backwards. Then that arm or wing arm at the back, if we look here, it appears to have a joint in there, but how does that move? I can't see where the joint... There is a joint here, but it seems to be for turning more than anything else. It doesn't seem to straighten or move any other way. Then here is again for turning, but very, very small. Can't get any other movement from that without forcing. I don't want to force this brand new toy. So limited articulation on the wings. Head up, down is okay. Side, oh, it's like a creepy head doing that one. Look at that. Well, you can't see that. Let's go up a bit more. This, how to do this? Go back a bit further. His tail's on the way. Can we see his head? There we see his head. So you can do like his side to side like this, and you can turn his head too, and go for good up and a good down. That's pretty cool. I quite like that on the head. Got to apologise about this angle. I was on a tripod, but even now it's looking up too much at him. Shoulders. He has got a shoulder roll forwards and backwards, I can see, which is nice. He can go all the way around. His lateral raise is... We can get about 90 if the pauldron's moved out the way, like there. He has got, it looks like a double bicep, so over 90 on the bicep. There is a bicep swivel, and his hands on a joint, and they can also, looks like, bend in a wave articulation as well. This one is the same. Trunk. it looks like there's no separate trunk. I'm not getting any movement. So waist and trunk together. God, there's nothing happening there. If anyone else has got one and you found your trunk articulation or waist articulation, let me know. But he's not moving on mine at the moment. It might be a bit stiff. Hips, not bad for a big dude. Forwards is small. Backwards is very small. The knees is a double knee joint. Quite stiff. He gets about 90 degrees, but that is wasted being stiff when your ankle here is just too loose. That is what needs to be stiff. You need a ratchet on that for the weight. That's the ball, so it goes all directions. On the back, the tail joins from here, and it's got a wire in it, I think, because it does move quite a lot. Also pops out, quite hard to put in, but it's not articulated enough, really. I need to have a few more joints, but if it's wide, I guess it's okay, as long as I don't keep posing it. He's growing on me, just that. The fact that these joints they could have taken a little bit of license and extended the back of the hoof out just a little bit, so there's more contact with the floor. If I move this camera, if that was just extended out a bit further, have more contact, it'd actually balance better. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause this, put his wings back on, put him on his base, and then we'll go through size and comparison, so do stay tuned. Okay, he's not really on the base well, but it's supporting him, so that's okay for now. Amazing for a shelf display. So let's get an idea of his size. They said 38 centimeters tall. He's definitely wider than tall with the wings in. I reckon 38 cm to the head, not to the top of the actual iconography over his head, but let's have a quick look. So 38 centimeters is around about coming on 19 inches. So I was a bit wrong on my guesstimate earlier. So I'm going to go from the base. So, oh no, I'm not telling a lie. 38 is to the top of the iconography. So he's a wide boy. Width, though, that is going to be very difficult to do. I might have to go for the back of the figure. So wing to wing, we're looking at about 79, about 31 inches. That is massive. He is definitely a big boy. Okay, let's do some comparisons. I'm going to start off with a non-40k or Warhammer figure, because some people might want to get this guy to use to their fantasy figures. I could, I guess, use an Age of Sigmar. I'm going to use my Boss Fight Studios Sigurd the Wanderer, as I call him now, Sigurd the Survivor. Yeah, I'm not sure Sigurd is going to survive this encounter. He is slightly outmatched with his wooden shield. It must be mystical or magical with a with a unmodified saving roll, because he saw so many encounters. Okay, let's go to some Warhammer figures. We'll start off with a Cadian. Is it Sergeant or Captain? I can't remember. With the Power Fist, you see he's only up to about the kneecap. He is tiny. Again, the links would be for these would be in the top right as we go along. Next, let's use a hero. Very, very cool Blood Angels hero. Mephiston here. And he's only slightly above the kneecap, or level to the kneecap, so dwarfed again. Ah! Okay, let's go bigger. We'll go to what's his name? Horus himself, Warmaster. He won't fit on the base, so he's going to look a bit smaller than he actually is in comparison, by about maybe a quarter of an inch. And again, you see he is dwarfed, as you'd expect. And then lastly, we'll go through a very, very big figure for comparison. and that is the Grey Knight's Nemesis Dreadnought, or the Baby Walker as we like to call it, which is super heavy because it's got a metal frame, heavier than Angron. And also it's fighting, I guess he's a demon hunting specialist, and you can see how they compare in size there. So the Nemesis Dreadnought is slightly bigger, but not as wide, not as bulky because of the wings, and certainly a fair bit heavy due to the metal frame. It's really nice to have this as a release, but the fact that ankles were not made stiff and it didn't make the hoofs slightly bigger for more floor contact, for me is annoying. There's things they could have done better to make it a better figure when you put this much time into it. And I'm very picky when it comes to things meant to stand up without support. So that for me is really, really disappointing. But it is a absolutely cracking looking figure, and will really, really be a fantastic presence on your display shelf with your other action figures, whether they be Warhammer 40k, 30k, or other brands or lines. This is Automatic signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in another video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.